Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the 204 Late Model Series or Season Finale. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder. Now, before we get started with tonight's show, I would just like to address a couple of things that took place last week in the chat. Unfortunately, we had to remove 4 individuals for basically harassment over a claimed sponsorship that was not being aired on the broadcast. I'd just like to take a moment to address that real quick. Rebel Racing Network has not taken any money for sponsorship from those individuals, nor was the Rebel Racing Network offered any money for sponsorship from those individuals. However, there was a league contributions tab where league owner Ryan Comba was taking contributions. It was public knowledge that this contributions tab was not for sponsorship time. The logos you see during the race up on broadcast, they are not paid sponsorships. They are just businesses that are owned by drivers in the series. And unfortunately, we did have to remove one of those logos. That driver was warned about conduct behind the scenes and across multiple leagues that his logo was going to receive less airtime or possibly be removed because of his conduct behind the scenes. Rebel Racing Network was notified of his conduct behind the scenes, not only continuing, but also increasing, so we had decided to part ways with that logo. We tried to do it quietly. Unfortunately, we were not able to do it quietly with the actions taken by those individuals last week, but we are going to press forward and get back to focusing on the race. That is the big focus of the Rebel Racing Network. This is not about sponsorships. This is about the drivers on the track and their friends and family tuning in to watch. Now that has been addressed, we're going to get right to the action with the 204 Late Model Series. We are coming to you live from Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil. Oh, excuse me, I cannot talk. Lucas Oil Indianapolis Race Park, a 0.7 mile oval located in Indianapolis, Indiana, where these drivers are going to compete for 100 laps. Our weather for tonight are as follows. The sky is currently clear. We have an outside temperature of 67 degrees Fahrenheit, and the track temperature is sitting at a nice cool 69 degrees. That is going to greatly affect or improve the handling of these cars tonight. We're going to see some fast laps run. We currently have Tyler Smith sitting atop the leaderboard with a fast lap of 22.19. Lee Hamby hot on his tail with a fast lap of 22.21. Now, the rules for tonight's event: these drivers are going to be given 2 sets of tires, 35% fuel, and 1 quick repair to complete the race. And if it goes anything like it did last week, there's going to be a lot of drivers not needing to use that quick repair. Last week's race only had 1 caution. And a quick points update for those keeping track of the points. We currently have Riley Duncan sitting atop the standings, and he has locked up the league championship for this season with 628 points. Adam Binney sitting in second with 543 points. Lee Hamby in third with 485 points. Brock Bigelow right behind Lee Hamby with 481 points. And Ryan Comba sitting in fifth with 467 points. And a little update, Riley Duncan in that 97 car, he did lock up the season championship with a win last week. He was last week's winner. But our one to watch this race is going to be Tyler Smith in that 48 car. We'll be bringing Tyler up for an interview just a little bit later. And we're going to be starting a new segment here on the Rebel Racing Network for the 204 Late Model Series. We are starting a radioactive segment. We've got some audio from a couple of different streams to let you hear what these drivers are talking about during the race. Some of them are even watching the broadcast.
See if I can get out of any of this restart.
Oh, here goes our first commercial.
Yep.
Filter snatch is the first one.
Filter snatch went first. Inside.
Oh, don't give it up that easy.
Get my nose under Brock and the spotters yapping about fucking times.
Oh, if I had one more lap, Vinny's ass was got. Vinny's ass was got.
Well, I gave her all I had. Fourth.
Yeah, I didn't have my standings up. I had my relative. I was gonna do some shady stuff, but I didn't because I didn't know what was happening.
All right, and an exciting new segment on the Rebel Racing Network, Radioactive. We're going to work to try and keep those segments coming. Very interesting to see. We saw Mike Forrestner and Ryan Comba both paying attention to the stream in last week's race. Mike did not make the race last night. I believe he was spotting for Ryan Comba, keeping him updated on the stream, so we appreciate that, Mike. I also think I heard what's going to begin the beginnings of a new rivalry brewing between Tyler Smith and that Adam Vinny. That'll be something to keep an eye on tonight and as we go into next season. Once again, this is the last race of the season. I appreciate it, Scotty. We're going to try and keep that radioactive coming. But this is the last race of the season. The championship is locked up, so gloves are maybe coming off this race. And real quick, I want to bring Tyler Smith up into the booth. Let's get an interview with him. Tyler, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so we just completed our radioactive segment. So you and Vinny, Adam Vinny, both made the radioactive segment. Sounded like there's a beginning of a rivalry brewing, especially at the end of last race. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I turned my brakes about halfway through the race, and the car really came in. So, towards the end there, I had something coming for him. However he wants to take it, I don't know. But
yep. And I've got to ask, so, you said, and I quote, he was going to get God if you had one more lap. Were you just talking about passing him, or were you going to give him the bump and run?
oh yeah, I'm always going to try to pass someone clean. But I had a feeling he had something he had in mind, so like you said, there's a rivalry definitely brewing there.
All right, we're going to be keeping an eye on that tonight and as we go into next season. We appreciate the interview, buddy. Good luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, that was Tyler Smith in the 25 car. His thoughts on those actions with Adam Vinny. All right, and they are just finishing up practice, getting ready to start their qualifying runs. So we're going to go ahead and bring it back up to the Rebel Studios to pick our Dash for Cash drivers for the night. Once again, this is the league or the season championship, so we're going to do Dash for Cash a little bit different tonight. We're going to select 3 drivers based on qualifying position, and the top one out of those 3 is going to take home the cash tonight. That pot, once again, is up to $50. And a big thank you to Port Charlotte Lawn Care for helping us put this on all season. And our first spin. All right, 7th. We're going to spin again. Eighth. One more time. All right. Not a very fair wheel. We're going to go ahead and remove that choice and try again. All right. And 4th. So our Dash for Cash drivers are going to be whoever qualifies 4th, 7th, and 8th tonight. And we're going to send it back down to the... We're going to now take you track side as these drivers finish up their qualifying runs for our opening ceremonies presented by URA Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem. All right, and we are back. Big thank you to URA Flyovers for those opening ceremonies. See, we've got some other people in the chat. Scotty Oliver, already talked to you. Mindy Lee, rooting for Adam. Vinny, AMP, rooting for Tyler Smith. Delana Holland said, my beard is looking good. What am I using? I actually just got a new beard oil from Sweet Comb Chicago. I am loving their stuff. All right. We currently have 13 of our 15 drivers completed their qualifying runs. The only 2 left to go are Dakota Dennis and Michael Everett. I'm not sure if they will be qualifying here tonight. All right, it does not look like they will be qualifying, so that means our Dash for Cash drivers are going to be Riley Duncan in the 97. He's going to be starting 4th tonight. He's going to have to take an EOL. Clint Walker will be our 2nd Dash for Cash driver, and Nolan Perry will be our 3rd Dash for Cash driver. Clint Walker qualifying in 7th, Nolan Perry in 8th. The drivers are now gridding up. We're going to go ahead and run through our starting grid real quick. All right, Elena and Chandler joining the chat. So it's not the actual Michael Jordan that we've been seeing in here. Still glad to have you here. Elena and Chandler, they just tied the knot. Congratulations to both of you guys. We're going to go ahead and roll through our starting grid. We will have Tyler Smith taking the pole here tonight. Dylan Potts is going to start to his outside in 2nd place in the 2 machine. Stephen Gary in the 111 machine will be starting in 3rd. Riley Duncan, our 1st Dash for Cash driver, will be starting in 4th in that 97 car. Brock Bigelow will be rolling off 5th in his 27 machine. Adam Vinny will be starting 6th in the 11 machine. Clint Walker, our 2nd Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash driver, will be starting in 7th in that 02 car. Nolan Perry, our 3rd and final Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash driver, will be starting 8th in the 98 car. Ryan Comba in the 204 car will be starting 9th. Lee Hamby in the 47 car will start 10th. Marcus De La Garza in the 99 machine will be rolling off 11th tonight. Mike Forrestner, owner and operator of Port Charlotte Dash for Cash, will be starting 12th in that 4 machine. Brandon Williams will roll off 13th in the 96 machine. Dakota Dennis will start 14th in the 19 car. And rounding out the field, we have Michael Everett in the 18 machine starting in 15th. So they start to make their way around the track. The lights on the pace car are out. We will be going green this... Correction, not this time by 2 pace laps. It will be going green next time by. Tyler Smith will lead them to the green flag. Tyler Smith, one to watch. He's really come into himself these last couple races. Been up there competing with the leaders. Pace car's going to dive down to the inside. Make its way down pit lane. So they enter turn 3. Coming off of turn 4. That green flag is out. They come down the straightaway. Green flag is out. We are racing, folks. Tyler Smith out to the lead early, getting out in front of that 2 car of Dylan Potts. Dylan pulls down. They're 2 by 2 behind him. Adam Binney going to 3rd on that high side. Not quite able to get by Stephen Gary in that 111 car just yet. He'll get him this straightaway, though, as he looks to go down to the low side. So I'm seeing a lot of cars bouncing off the wall, coming off the turns. That exit to these turns is very tricky. You see the 111. Oh, the 27 of Brock Bigelow going for a ride there. Green flag is still out. Brock trying to get it straightened out after he hits the inside wall. Still green. He's back and rolling. And now the yellow comes out. Let's go back and see what happened there. Looks like that 111 car just got into the outside wall, scared Brock a little bit, and he comes down across the 47 of Lee Hamby. Tough break for Brock Bigelow here tonight. And I know I talked about Elena and Chandler tying the knot here recently and congratulated them. I also want to give a big congratulations to Scotty Oliver. He is a regular driver here, but he is getting ready to become a dad to twin girls. So congratulations to Scotty Oliver. We're going to see if we can get him pulled up here in the booth later, but he is watching this race from the sidelines. I am told that he is actually going to be crew chiefing for Tyler Smith tonight. And we'll take a quick commercial break.
Charlotte residents know how brutal Florida summers can be, and no one wants to spend their weekends mowing and edging in that heat. That's where Port Charlotte Lawn Care comes in. They offer reliable, professional lawn care services, mowing, trimming, edging, and blowing, to keep yards looking sharp and stress-free week after week. No contracts, no nonsense, just dependable service from a team that takes pride in every lawn they service. For a yard that's clean, green, and ready to enjoy, trust the pros at Port Charlotte Lawn Care. Call Port Charlotte Lawn Care today for a free quote, serving the greater Port Charlotte area. Port Charlotte Lawn Care, where your lawn is their pride.
All right, and we are back. The lights on the pace car are out. They're doubling them back up. We are getting ready to go back green here, folks. Tyler Smith will be in control of this restart. Pace car's going to dive down pit road as they enter turn 3. Green flag is out. Tyler Smith gets a good jump there. Jumps out to an early lead. Dylan Potts falling right behind. But that 98 of Nolan Perry got to Dylan's inside. He's now challenging him for second. Adam Vinny going to get out there to fourth. Nolan Perry getting by, but Dylan Potts going to make a nice crossover move to try and get back to the inside of Nolan Perry. It's not going to work, though. They're going to line up single file here. See Michael Jordan saying congrats to Scotty Oliver. He says he hopes he does not have twin energy. That is coming from Elena over there. Lot of sleepless nights there, I'd imagine. So we got it sorted out, single file. I do believe Michael Everett in that John Deere car just got in the outside wall. He's currently racing with Brock Bigelow. Brock Bigelow involved in that first accident. Trying to make his way back up through the pack. A lot of single file racing. We're seeing Adam Vinny trying to get to the inside of that number 2 of Dylan Potts. As Dylan Potts now trying to get to the inside of that 98 of Nolan Perry. Dylan taking these corners just one lane lower than Nolan Perry. He's getting a good entrance, able to get to that back bumper, but not able to stay there on exit. Now he's trying to take it a little bit higher, trying to find something that works for him. And look out, because here comes that 97 of Riley Duncan. He's locked up the championship, but what a victory lap it would be if he can get a win here tonight, too. So he's getting ready to go to work on that 204 car of Ryan Comba. We've got Stephen Gary now got up to Adam Vinny's back bumper. But Stephen Gary hitting the outside wall again. He is struggling to stay off of that tonight. Dylan Potts makes contact with the outside wall. That's going to open up the door for Adam Vinny to get to his inside and try and challenge him for third. Not going to work there yet, though. Everyone is single file here. Tire management is going to be key tonight. And now that we're talking about tire management, let's go ahead and talk to Tyler Smith's crew chief, Scotty Oliver. Scotty, it's Austin up at the booth. You got me?
Yeah, man, I got you.
All right, first of all, big congratulations on the news of twin girls, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, man. We're real excited for it.
All right, get ready for some sleepless nights, man. But real quick, I just want to talk to you. I know you're crew chiefing for Tyler Smith tonight. What is your guys' plan on tires?
We're just trying to set a consistent pace right here. Told him not to abuse the right front here, and he's doing a pretty good job at it right now. I told him just sit here and log some good, clean, consistent laps, and so far, man, he's hitting it spot on. The big thing that we're looking at here is the fuel and tire and all that. So, you know, we're just kind of riding at the moment.
Yeah, that's going to be a factor later on, but it's got to be working out in his favor that the three cars behind him are battling it out right now.
Yeah, I've been in his ear telling him just like, man, just keep hitting your line, stay smooth, because they're back there bouncing off the wall and bouncing off each other. So, you know, we just got to sit here and ride and take care of his right front there.
All right. Well, good luck to you both. We'll let you get back to it, buddy.
All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Once again, that was Scotty Oliver, a longtime driver here in the 204 series and crew chief tonight for Tyler Smith. Ooh, big slide from the 98 and the 11 there. The 98 going to go around off the nose of the number 2. Let's go back, take a look at that. Looks like it started with Dylan Potts. All right, it registered that Dylan Potts crashed first, but Nolan Perry was really the cause of that. Oh, he made contact with Adam Vinny, getting him out of shape. I know Adam is not going to be happy about that. We'll go back live. And we're going to take a step aside for a another quick commercial break.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting-edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold. Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At FedUp, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. FedUp, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damaged, late, lost, or completely incinerated packages. Batteries not included. Actually, nothing's included.
All right, and we are back, folks. Leaders opting to stay out here. Some notable guys that came in. Ryan Comba decided to head down pit road. Nolan Perry entered pit road. And Dylan Potts all opted to come down pit road. Under caution here. I do believe they were trying to get some damage repaired. All right, they're lined up 2 by 2. We're getting ready to go back racing. Tyler Smith still in control of this one. Adam Vinny starting to his outside this time. Stephen Gary and Clint Walker behind those two. So they come off of 3. The green flag is out. Tyler Smith gets a good jump there. Another early jump out to the lead. We're going to stay glued to these two. These two, rivalry is brewing with them. I know Adam Vinny has some frustrations with Tyler Smith at Martinsville. Let's see if there is any payback coming there. Tyler Smith trying to drive away. After all that battling Adam Vinny had to do to get up to second place, I don't think he's going to have the tires to catch Tyler Smith. We've got Lee Hamby back in 5th, trying to take away 4th place from Stephen Gary. He's got a nose to the inside of that rear quarter panel. And Brock Bigelow trying to make his way through the track, or through the pack. And look out, fellas, because Riley Duncan has entered the chat. He is making that high line work for him. Getting by Lee Hamby. He's got his sights set on that 111 car of Stephen Gary now. Riley Duncan now making his way up to 4th. Riley Duncan, also a Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash driver. He is looking to take home that pot of $50 tonight. We'll go back up to the leaders. Tyler Smith now out to a half-second lead over Adam Vinny. 33 laps into this race. We're going to see if he can sustain this pace. We talked to his crew chief earlier, and they are focused on taking it easy, save that right front tire. Let all these other guys burn up their stuff, and he can hopefully be there at the end. And our biggest mover of the race so far is that 18 car of Michael Everett. He is now up 6 positions from his starting position up to 9th. But he does have our outside pole sitter, Dylan Potts, right behind him, looking to close that gap. Nolan Perry behind him as well. Those are both two very fast guys. We're going to see if they can catch Michael Everett. It looks like we've got a battle between Lee Hamby and Stephen Gary. Lee Hamby looking to challenge for 5th place now. Marcus De La Garza throwing his hat into the ring as well, getting to the inside of Lee Hamby. Marcus De La Garza, I spoke to him earlier tonight. He has not been a factor in these last couple races. He said he has been battling his rig. He races with a VR headset and was having some issues with that, some issues with his internet. He said he's finally got it worked out and looking to get back to competing here in the 204 League. I'm just seeing Nolan Perry had some trouble back on lap 36. He went off track and crashed, then jumped to the pits. We're going to go back and show you what happened there. Looks like maybe some net code. Sends him through the infield grass. He touches the inside wall and then opts to tow it back to the pits. That is a tough break for him and going to end his night. Adam Vinny now on pit road. Looks like he's getting some damage worked out. Pitting early here. Early pit stop. Tyler Smith still out there with the rest of the pack. Now, with such an early pit stop, the last thing Adam Vinny wants to see is a caution come out here. That would make him the lucky dog. But he would have to start at the end of the line and drive all the way through the pack to try and get a podium. Tyler Smith now out to a 1 second lead over the 0-2 car of Clint Walker. And Marcus De La Garza involved in an accident, bringing out our 3rd caution of the night. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened there. I'm not sure if he got loose there coming off of turn 4, or maybe a little bit of netcode helped him get around. Single car spin. He goes down, touches the inside wall, but that brings out our 3rd caution of the night. That can be a tough break for Adam Vinny if Tyler Smith and the rest of the pack decides to head down pit road here, and they will. Adam Vinny will get his lap back, but he is going to have to start at the tail end of the longest line. Tyler Smith makes his way down pit road, enters his pit stall. The race within the race, folks. Tyler Smith able to win the race off pit road, just barely beating out that 0-2 machine of Clint Walker. Clint Walker, a faster pit stop, but Tyler Smith, with that first pit stall, able to make it work for him. He's going to stay in control of this one, folks. And look out, because now we have Riley Duncan sitting in 3rd. All right, so after this cycle of pit stops, we're going to have Tyler Smith in first, Clint Walker in second, Riley Duncan in third, Brock Bigelow in fourth, Michael Everett now up to fifth, Lee Hamby in sixth, Adam Vinny in seventh. He just got his lap back. Dylan Potts back at eighth, Stephen Gary in ninth, Brandon Williams in 10th, and Marcus De La Garza in 11th. Adam Vinny having to drop to the tail end of the longest line here because he is the lucky dog. But the lights on the pace car are out. They're lining up 2 by 2 yet again, getting ready to go back green. Pace car is off. Tyler Smith still in control of this one. Now he's got Riley Duncan behind him that he's got to deal with. Green flag is out. Tyler Smith gets a great jump on the restart there. Riley Duncan able to get under that 0-2 of Clint Walker. Not going to make that low line work for him, though. As Brock Bigelow enters the chat. Riley Duncan battling back as they get these cars up to speed. Riley Duncan going to fall in line there. Brock Bigelow right on his tail. Brock's trying to get by him. It's Tyler Smith looking to pull away from the pack. He's now out to a half-second lead over the 0-2 of Clint Walker. We're looking at Marcus De La Garza, Adam Vinny going by that 2 machine of Dylan Potts. Marcus De La Garza involved in that last incident. Looking to make his way back up to the front as he sets his sight on the 18 car of Michael Everett. Adam Vinny desperately trying to make his way back up through the pack. I'll go back, take a look at that 97 machine of Riley Duncan. He's been fast all season, looking to capitalize his championship with a win in the season finale. He's fallen back a little bit from the leaders here. Clint Walker and Tyler Smith not really pulling away from Riley Duncan, but Tyler Smith not really pulling away from that 0-2 of Clint Walker. Clint Walker able to shave a 1/10 of a second off Tyler Smith's lead. Going back, looking at the 47 of Lee Hamby. Now trying to close the gap with the 27 of Brock Bigelow. Lee Hamby, another fast driver. Currently third in points. Trying to make up a little bit of ground on Adam Vinny to see if he can take second place in points away from Adam Vinny. And a little update, Marcus De La Garza and Adam Vinny have both now made their way by Michael Everett. All right, that's going to bring out our 4th caution of the night. Looks like Dylan Potts and Brandon Williams caught up in that. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened there. Looks like Brandon Williams just came up the track, spins the 2-car and himself out. I don't think they made contact with anything else, so not a lot of damage to deal with. And we're going to step away for another commercial break.
It's race day on iRacing. The grid is set. Engines are rumbling. The chat is buzzing. The anticipation is building. But before the green flag waves, you need a moment that gets hearts racing. Hoorah Flyovers delivers cinematic, custom airplane flyovers for your iRacing or esports event, bringing real-world energy to your virtual track. Add a patriotic punch to your pre-race show. Whether you're hosting a league championship, a memorial race, or just want to hype the crowd, Hoorah brings the thunder. Fully customizable, easy to book, stream ready, guaranteed to get your drivers and fans fired up. Because when the jets fly, everyone pays attention. Stand tall, fly loud, race proud. Hoorah! Visit Hoorah Flyovers on Discord or Facebook and bring the flyover experience to iRacing like never before.
All right, and we are back, folks. We have 61 laps completed. Tyler Smith in firm control of this race. He's been dominant all night. Some pit stops taking place on that last caution as well. Michael Everett, Stephen Gary, Adam Vinny, and Brock Bigelow all opted to come down pit road. Lights on the pace car are out. We're going to double them back up now. Pace car's going to dive down to the inside. They enter turn 3. Coming off of turn 4, that green flag is out. Tyler Smith enters the restart zone. Takes off. Tyler Smith taking over the lead. Riley Duncan not waiting around on this restart. He's really challenging that 0-2 car on the inside for second place. Dylan Potts looks like he has some trouble back in the pack. He was dropping fast. He made Adam Vinny check up. We're going to stay right here, watch this battle for second. We now have Marcus De La Garza looking to get into this. Marcus going to back off there. Riley Duncan in second place. Look out, Tyler Smith. Riley Duncan wants his victory lap here tonight. Now we see Brock Bigelow getting underneath that 2 car of Dylan Potts. Him and Adam Vinny both going to go by the 2 car. Dylan's going to tap the outside wall. I tell you what, folks, there is a lot of paint on the outside walls coming off of turn 4 and turn 2 tonight. We're looking at that 97 car of Riley Duncan. He made his way up to second now. But Tyler Smith with a 0.6 of a second lead over him. Not seeing that gap really close for Riley Duncan and Tyler Smith. Riley going to touch the outside wall there. Not very characteristic of him. We'll go back, look at Marcus De La Garza in that 99 car. He has been struggling lately. Like we said before, he is looking to make a comeback tonight. He is only one spot off of a podium position right now as we come down to 30 to go. He's really closed that gap with the 02 car. Patience has got to be key here for Marcus De La Garza. We're seeing a lot of drivers struggle hitting that outside wall coming off the turn. He just needs to get that 02 car looking in his mirror. Make him make a mistake so he can get by. He's getting ready to get some pressure from behind from Brock Bigelow and Adam Vinny, though. Let's go ahead right along with Marcus De La Garza. See what he's seeing. He's taking that low line, trying to make up some ground on the 02 car. We see Marcus De La Garza entering low. That last corner, he slid up the racetrack. These tires are starting to go away already. As now Brock Bigelow's challenging Marcus De La Garza to the inside. Brock opting to try and hold that center lane, forcing Marcus up the track. Marcus not making it easy to get by here. Now he is. He made the mistake. Tapped the outside wall. That's going to let Adam Vinny and Brock Bigelow go by. And Dylan Potts also getting to his inside. We come down to 25 to go. We're going to go checking our leaders, looking at Tyler Smith's gearbox cam. He's opened up that gap on Riley Duncan. Now up to over a second gap. And caution is out. Caution is out. Our fifth caution of the night is going to come out with 24 to go. Marcus De La Garza involved in that one. Go back, take a look, see what happened there. Marcus, he was struggling to tap the outside wall. He was dropping fast. And it looks like Lee Hamby just came up, got his left rear quarter panel, sends him down to the inside wall. Surely some damage on that 99 car. That's going to bunch him back up. We see Tyler Smith heading down pit road. Clint Walker as well. That will put Riley Duncan back on top here. And we'll step aside for a quick commercial break.
Hello, I'm Dr. Felter Snatch from the Helping Hand Clinic in downtown Arcadia, Florida. Do you have a friend, loved one, or coworker who suffers from erectile dysfunction? Well, first, I'd like to know, why do you know your coworker has erectile dysfunction? That's another question for another court case. Anyway, we can cure erectile dysfunction without drugs, without therapy, without inpatients. All it takes is simple diet and exercise. The tricky part is getting her to diet and exercise. To find out more, come visit us down at the Helping Hand Clinic. We're located in a van behind Walmart, downtown Arcadia.
All right, and we are back, folks. They're going to get the 1 to go signal this time by. Riley Duncan now in control of this one. Tyler Smith opted to head down pit road. Tyler Smith dropping all the way back to 7th with that pit stop. He will have fresh tires. We're going to see if he can make his way back through the pack here. All right, green flag is out. Riley Duncan jumping out to an early lead there. Brock Bigelow right on his tail. Adam Vinny lets Brock go. Brock looking to challenge Riley on the outside. Riley's going to slam the door on him, though. We've got Stephen Gary making his way back up through the pack now in that 111 car. Go back, look at that 25 of Tyler Smith on those fresh tires. Looking to make his way past the 02 car now. Or the 2 car, I'm sorry. He's going to be a little bit faster, but we're going to see how he does in a pack. He's been out front this entire race. We've got a challenge for the lead. Brock Bigelow got a nose to the inside of Riley Duncan in that 97 machine. Riley Duncan manages to hold him off, though. Riley Duncan now starting to pull away a little bit. 0.3 of a second lead over Brock Bigelow. He taps the outside wall going into turn 4 there, or turn 3. Look out, here comes Tyler Smith. He's now gotten by that 2 car of Dylan Potts. Dylan Potts going to try and battle back on the inside. Tyler Smith and those fresh tires not being a biggest factor as we expected. He's had about 7 laps to try and get those tires warm. If he wants to get back in this, he's going to need another caution. He's now setting his sights on that 111 car of Stephen Gary. Riley Duncan. Brock Bigelow closing in on Riley Duncan again. – . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Now down to just a 1/10 of a second between the two. Brock's got a nose to the inside of Duncan. Oh, they touch. He gets Duncan out of shape. A little bump and run action from Brock Bigelow. They're on Team Beard Wisconsin. They love to promote clean racing, but Brock Bigelow putting the bumper to Duncan there. Adam Vinny looking to follow suit. Adam Vinny now putting the bumper to Riley Duncan. Riley Duncan just getting beat up there. Oh, he now gets to the inside of Brock Bigelow. Moves Brock Bigelow up the track. Brock Bigelow going to fall back in line behind Adam Vinny. We've got some rough racing. Adam Vinny slides up there, hits Riley Duncan. Adam Vinny, Mr. Clean, promotes all this clean racing. He and his teammate are just absolutely going in on Riley Duncan right now. Getting Riley Duncan out of shape. Adam Vinny now to the point. So we come down to 5 to go. Tyler Smith now making it up to 3rd. And caution is out. Caution is out. Clint Walker and Dylan Potts involved in this one. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened there. Tough break there. Just ran out of room. Looks like we're going to be getting a green-white checkered finish. Adam Vinny in control of this one. And we're going to step aside for a quick commercial break.
Howdy, folks. Ed Pinkley here. Pinkley Motors, downtown Arcadia, Florida. I want to invite y'all to come on test drive one of our Pinkley F-150s. Or y'all come on down, you can test drive yourself a Pinkley Mustang. Or better yet, you can come out and check out one of our most popular models we have, the Pinkley Taurus. Everybody loves a Pinkley Taurus for some odd reason. So come on down. We got screaming deals on Pinkley Tauruses. Take one for a drive, give it a rub yourself. You'll see how much you love a Pinkley Taurus. But I tell you what, you better hurry, because if your old lady finds out you've been using your neighbor's Pinkley Taurus, you're going to be in deep. So come on down, Pinkley Motors, downtown Arcadia, right next to Helping Hand Clinic in the van behind Walmart.
Right. We are back here to bring you this exciting finish. It'll be a green-white checkered finish. We have Brock Bigelow in the lead. Adam Vinny has now dropped to the end of the longest line. I think Race Control saw some stuff that they did not like there. And that pass on Riley Duncan. That'll put Brock Bigelow in the lead. Tyler Smith will be starting 2nd. Remember, Tyler Smith on fresher tires. Riley Duncan now up to 4th. Stephen Gary in 3rd. The lights on the pace car are out. This is going to be an exciting finish. Green flag is out. Brock Bigelow jumps out to an early lead. Oh, white flag. Looks like we're not going to get a green-white checker. This will be the final lap, folks. Tyler Smith closing in on Brock. No bump and run from Tyler Smith there. Tyler Smith desperately trying to get us alongside him. Checker flag is out. Brock Bigelow going to come home first. Tyler Smith in second. Stephen Gary in third. All right, as they line up for pictures, you can see Brock Bigelow there working that front bumper. It's all caved in. We get everyone moved up here and get ready to go to the broadcast booth. All right, we're going to start tonight's interviews with the 111 car of Stephen Gary. Stephen, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Hang on, you didn't come through quite clear there. What was that?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I think you got a dog barking in the background. Well, you finished third in the season finale. How does it feel, buddy?
Good, good. I think I finished third the last time we raced here, too.
Yeah, well, you know, I got to be honest. I saw you up front earlier on in the race. You know, no one was challenging Tyler Smith. It felt like you dropped back for quite a while there and raced your way back up to the front. Take me through what it was like coming back up through the pack.
Yeah, after the last talks, I was like, I probably should save a little bit of tires and see if these guys are going to run out of fuel and have to pit later. And it seemed to work out a little bit in my favor.
All right. Well, we'll let you get out of here. Go ahead and celebrate that third place finish. Before we do, anyone you want to thank before we let you go?
Same as always, 204, Ryan Campbell, my wife, everybody, that lets me help me do these things. You for broadcasting.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, Stephen. Have a good night. Congratulations again, buddy.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Once again, that was our third place finisher, Stephen Gary. We're going to move on to our second place finisher, Tyler Smith. We talked to him earlier on in the broadcast. We're going to talk to him again. Tyler, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
All right. Congratulations on a second place finish. You still got the podium. You dominated all race and made a late pit stop. Take me through that decision to pit with 20 to go.
I really didn't realize everyone else had pitted, so I thought we were all on the same strategy. I was kind of waiting everyone out and didn't realize everyone had already pitted, so that set me up not really that good. And then right there at the end, I thought we were for sure going to have a green-white checkered, but it was like the green was thrown with the white, so we came short one lap. I think if we had one more lap, we would have had a good win right there.
That one surprised me. I thought we were going to have a green-white checkered as well. You were definitely closing with Brock Bigelow. Anyone you want to thank before we let you get on out of here?
Oh, yeah. Thank you to the old lady for sitting down and watching me every Tuesday and everyone else who came and watched.
All right. We appreciate it, buddy. And we will see you back here next season.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we're going to move on to our race winner, Brock Bigelow. Hey, Brock. It's Austin up here in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Sure do, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. I would say how's it going with you, but I already know, you took home the win on the season finale. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good, considering that I don't really still understand how these cars work just yet. It took me all season to be able to run up front, but thankfully I had some good coaching and a lot of support to help me get faster. So, yeah, I appreciate it. It's it's been fun.
All right, we appreciate you, buddy. And I just want to ask, I want to ask about that battle with Riley Duncan for the lead.
Well, I mean, I wanted it. I mean, I know that sounds cliche, but you know, you got a chance to fight for the win, and we banged doors a few times and banged bumpers a couple times, and just it got pretty intense up there. Then Adam got up there and left an opening for me to get to the bottom. I don't know if he came down into me or if I drifted up the track or whatever, but I did hook him. That was not intentional. I promise you that. But it got pretty chippy up there. But it was a lot of fun. Just seems like we were throwing haymakers, one right after the other. Run the top, run the middle, run the seam, dime in the corner. Just we were pretty evenly matched, and it was probably the best race all season, at least for me.
I'll tell you what, I was sitting on the edge of my seat up here in the Rebel Racing Studios.
Paid for the whole seat. You only needed a little bit of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I was honestly, if my mic wasn't on a stand, I probably would have been standing for that one.
Well, I mean, just down here it was all focus, and I'm even at a loss for words. It was just a lot of focus on those last few laps, and then trying to get that restart right. I mean, these races are hard to win. This fleet of people, this field is absolutely insane. The talent and the speed, and I mean, you got to fight for every spot. It's awesome.
Yep, it was an awesome show. But anyone you want to thank before we let you get out of here tonight?
I'd just like to thank the 204 League for putting this on, all the work that goes on behind the scenes. Appreciate it. I'd like to thank Dan Bundy Logging, Beardsconsin, Small Batch Beard Oil, Next Level Litigation, Nye Welding Equipment, Reed Rundell for this absolutely sick Trans Am paint scheme that I've been rocking all season, Wabam Car Care Products, Team Beardsconsin for the coaching and for collaborating on setups and lines and strategies and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just going to be up front. Without Adam, I would not be running up here because I would be clueless. I'd probably still be in the pits or backwards or something. I'm just happy I didn't flip tonight. I think I flipped this thing 3 or 4 times throughout the season. I'm glad I finished on my wheels instead of on my roof. So, all in all, pretty good season. A lot of lessons learned, and had some fun.
All right, and we're going to look forward to seeing you back here next season, buddy. But go ahead, burn it down, and have a good night.
You too, buddy. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, once again, that was Brock Bigelow. He takes home the trophy tonight, but the big winner is Riley Duncan winning the championship. We're going to pull him up and get our championship interview. Riley, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, man. What's going on?
Oh, I tell you what, I was on the edge of my seat for that finish and that battle for the lead. Congratulations on winning the championship this season.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
All right. We know you probably wanted to cap it off with a win here at IRP. It seemed like Brock and Adam had other plans. We were watching that battle intensely. Take us through your thoughts on that battle for the lead.
Fun, man. I don't know. I mean, I was a little bit bad. I thought what I did was pretty fair because, I mean, the 27 there, he got into me a little bit. We were pretty much banging doors every corner, so I went in and gave him a little of the quarter panel to slide him up the track a little bit. And, yeah, I don't know if Adam was mad at me or something, but I feel like he kind of clicked me out in the next quarter. But no, it was good, man. It's whatever. I had fun.
All right. And I think I do have one more piece of good news for you. It is not official yet. We had 3 Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash drivers. You were one of them, and it was going to be the best of those 3. I do believe you took home the money. We're going to have, that is not official. We're going to have to go back, check the statistics, but I do believe you were one of those, or you were the winner of the $50 pot tonight as well.
Oh man, that's the best news I've heard all night. Thank you.
Once again, that is not official. We're gonna have to go back and check
Oh
the
yeah, no,
statistics.
if I'm not, that's okay. It's just, I mean, like, I'm just, it is pretty sweet if I am, though. I hope I am.
But I just wanted to let you know that we're gonna let you get out of here and start your championship celebration. Before we do though, you do it every week. Who do you want to thank this week?
First, I want to thank you, Austin, for broadcasting throughout the whole season. You had great coverage. You did an awesome job, and I'm guessing you're staying for the summer season, right? Are you?
Yes, I will be staying for the summer season, and I will also be broadcasting the 204 Xfinity League on Wednesday nights.
Oh, I don't do that stuff, buddy. I only like the short track stuff.
I know you're a short track guy, but hey, that was an opportunity for me to promote myself on Wednesday nights, and I'm gonna take it.
Oh, 100%, man. I'll tune in if I'm free.
All right, we'll look forward to seeing you there. But congratulations again. We'll let you go ahead, start popping that champagne, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, that was our championship winner, Riley Duncan, in the 97 car. Championship winner, I believe Port Charlotte Dash for Cash winner tonight, taking home a pot of $50. A great night for Riley Duncan. The only thing he didn't take away tonight is the win. And now we're going to go through our official results. All right, our official results for tonight's event. We have Brock Bigelow taking home the win. Tyler Smith finishing second after being dominant all race. Stephen Gary comes home third. Lee Hamby in fourth. Riley Duncan in fifth. Michael Everett finishes sixth tonight. Marcus De La Garza finishes seventh. Brandon Williams in eighth. Clint Walker comes home ninth. Dylan Potts finishes 10th tonight. Adam Vinny finishes 11th. Ryan Combat comes home 12th. Mike Forstner in 13th. And Nolan Perry in 14th. Dakota Dennis was a scratch. He did not race tonight. I would just like to thank everyone for tuning in all season long. We still have some talks in the works, but I do believe the 204 Late Model Series will be off for 1 week, and then we'll start another season here in 2 weeks. We are also going to be bringing you the 204 Xfinity Series. That will be starting up soon. But we will have a short break on Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights will be starting up soon. But tune in on Sundays and Monday nights for the National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series and ARCA Series. I'd just like to ask. All right, I see Stephen Gary saying he's coming back next season to chase the championship as well. We're looking forward to seeing you there, Stephen. Before I sign off, I would just like to ask everyone, please, like, follow, subscribe on YouTube. Go to Facebook, hit like, follow, subscribe on Facebook. We're trying to get up to 100 followers so we can broadcast live on Facebook. I believe we are halfway to our goal there, so you guys are killing it. Tell your friends, tell your family. Until next time, this is Austin Householder signing off.